Hi, welcome to my channel. Okay, I'm talking about something that's happened in your life that is impacting you now. It's impacting you, either you just don't like the memory of it, or it's impacting you moving forward in the way that you want to, moving forward with manifestation, moving forward with shifting into that reality that you want to experience, that reality shift that you want, that you're not managing to achieve. Maybe you know it's because you've got this going on, or maybe you don't, but you know that's there, but you might not necessarily know how impactful it is in general terms when you're looking at changing something. But you have a memory, because the memory that you have of, say, let's just do make an example here. Somebody has said something to you and it really seems like a solid piece of evidence to you, and it's confirmation bias that your reality cannot be this because this person said this. All right, so that's just a memory. So if you didn't remember, if you could take a pill that took one memory away and you decided to take that particular memory away, you wouldn't feel the same about that situation. Your future would be completely different because you wouldn't have that memory. You wouldn't have what you consider a solid, hard fact holding you back. But it's only your perception that you've made it into a hard fact, you've made it into something immovable, and you want to then shift into this reality, but you've got this holding you back and you keep going back to that. Really, it's a circumstance, isn't it? Call it a circumstance, call it a memory, whatever you want to call it. So how are you going to deal with that in order to move forward? Right, there are several parts to this. The first part is you realise that it is just a memory. It's nothing now, it's gone. It's a memory, and it's the memory of it that is holding you back, nothing else, only that. Because when you go to a memory and you evoke it and you feel it again, your body feels it too, so your body reacts to it. So your subconscious thinks it's happening right then. It doesn't know the difference between the past and the present. Everything is now to it. So if you have a feeling in the moment, it might be attached to something that happened years ago in your past. Everything is now. There is no such thing as the past. There is no such thing as the future. It's now, now, now. Remind yourself of that. If I go back to that and evoke that feeling again, invoke that feeling again, my subconscious will see it as a now moment. It will think, if it could think, which it doesn't, but it would see it, it would think this is happening now, and it wouldn't be able to see any different. And I can't explain to it that it's not, because it's a feeling and it works on feeling, and everything is now. So that's the first thing. So that will hopefully stop you going back to it so much, but then you do still have to deal with it, because if it's there, it's niggling you. If it's a niggle to you, then it is impacting your reality. So you go back to it, I don't like that. There are two things you can do. You can go, what's the opposite of that, which would be amazing? Okay, that could be a memory I could make up. Or if I'm really not feeling that and I'm really feeling a huge resistance there, I'm going to go halfway. I'm going to go to something that I find acceptable, not perfect, but if it was that, it would be a hell of a lot better than this. So you find which one works for you, and you decide that is going to be a new memory. Bear in mind, your subconscious does not know that you're planning all of this and know anything like that. All it's going to do is take that memory as real. So the first part of this is to go to what did happen. That didn't happen. That is my favourite phrase when I have anything like this going on. That didn't happen, not true. You see, my subconscious mind understands not true, because I have hammered it in there over the years. Whenever anything I do not like, it's not true, and it feels like a safety net. But that didn't happen. You don't have to use not true. I'm just saying that's what I use. That didn't happen, not true. Then you find a very short memory to replace the one. We don't want to do a rambling thing here, because you'll just lose the vibration, you'll bring in other things. What would be something that you find acceptable, or if you are able to and you don't feel the resistance, what is the best case scenario? I mostly go for the best case scenario now. It depends on what it is. Sometimes I think, if I feel any resistance with manifestation or with revision, I don't do it. I just go, what works for me where I don't feel resistance? So I adapt to whatever I feel like. So then you implant that new memory. Just imagine you're inserting that into your brain, okay? Your mind is taking it, and then your subconscious is picking up on what's in your mind and translating it in 3D reality. Now you might have to do this quite a lot. I bet in life we've told ourselves lies about things, because I would have back in the day lied to my parents about things to get out of trouble, and I'm sure there are things in my life that I think now happened which didn't ever happen, or the other way around, because I've convinced myself. If you say something enough, but what you're not trying to do here is convince your mind that that actually happened over the other thing. What you're trying to do is put that memory in there, keep going back to it, say, oh, I'm going to go back to that memory now. Go back to that, imagine it, let it go. Imagine it, let it go. Once you've done that didn't happen, not true, you only need to use that if you feel the other one coming up. Then say that over it. No, that didn't happen, not true. Then go back to the new memory. But you're going to keep doing it and keep doing it. Not if you feel exhausted, not if it feels like a chore, just if you know that it's going to be useful to do this. You're going to create a new pathway in your mind, and you are going to create a new memory for your subconscious to think is real. So inevitably, over time, things are going to change according to that new memory. And this is not something that you have to do day in, day out for weeks on end. I like to set a 2-week timescale for myself for anything so that I don't go over that and I don't get obsessive, because I can get obsessive about things. That's my nature. I'm sure there is a label for that. I know there is, but I'm not using it. I can get like that. So I have to do that. I give myself timescales. And to be honest, I very rarely even do anything for 2 weeks. But something like this, I have done this reasonably recently, and I don't think that the other person involved doesn't appear to have any memory of what happened before, because it's like gone from my reality, the whole conversation. So who knows on that score? I don't know 100%, but it does two things. It makes you feel better because you're doing something, you're putting something in there that wasn't there before. So it stops you keep going to the negative. Secondly, it changes your reality. It absolutely does. But again, with any of these things, you have to do it with a light touch. You don't want to go heavy-handed and keep looking, oh, have I done that now? Have I changed this? Have I changed that? Because you will notice it's changed when you're not looking. When you're looking the other way, something will happen, you'll think, whoa, did that work then? Has that changed something? But then just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it, just accept it. Okay, this is my new reality, awesome, and go with it. That's been the key for me, and I am very good at that. So can be obsessive in lots of ways. I don't allow that anymore, and I'm kind of pretty much out of that now. But sometimes I get a little bit like that still, and I notice that I think, God, that hasn't completely gone then. But I am very good at just accepting the new, so I don't ever question it. If something new happens and something that I wasn't expecting but that has obviously changed from the revision I've done or anything I've done with my mind and my subconscious, I just accept it as the new reality. I don't question it. I don't fear that the old will come back. Never do that. But, oh, this is it now. Okay, cool, I've done that, awesome. And I just get on with it. And that's what you need to do. And it's not overthink it, not think, oh my God, what if it changes? But it could change back, because it will. I guarantee if you keep telling yourself it could change back, all that reality hears is change back. And it will. So don't do that. Just go with it and go, I've done this. How brilliant is that I have bent my reality. I have molded it according to what I want to happen. How amazing is that? And just go with it. Don't overthink, don't question. You will a little bit, but mostly if you've noticed yourself doing that, just say not true again. No, not true. Use that in life because it will really, really help you. Or if you don't like the phrase not true, then find something else, delete, dissolve, whatever. But I just like not true because I think, no, nothing is true. Nothing is true, is it? Nothing is a fact. Like at the moment, you hear a lot of politicians talking, don't you? And I obviously have my political views, and they're all talking with real conviction, and they all think that their way is right. So nobody's lying and nobody's telling the truth. Everybody has an opinion based on their life philosophy, don't they? There's no right and there's no wrong. There's only what we think. And what I think is going to be different than the next person. But it doesn't make me right and them wrong. It just makes us both having an opinion. And it'd be amazing if everybody had the same opinion as me. But they don't. But it doesn't make a person wrong. Wrong and right is just what we apply to something. But if you see everything as just it just is. Don't attach too much meaning to it. This is right and that's wrong. You don't have to attach a meaning to it, but when you say something is not true, then you are attaching a meaning to that thing that you don't like. That's not true. That's the meaning I give it. So your subconscious goes, oh, right, that means that. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Thanks so much for watching. If you don't know anything about me, I'm an author, manifestation coach, and a mindset coach.